Hey guys, today we're playing a Shipwreck Seed, and I want to talk about making progress. Whatever you want to make progress in, whether it's like something you're interested in, whatever it is, a hobby, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel like me, or maybe speedrun Minecraft. I don't know why you would want to put yourself through learning how to speedrun Minecraft, but you know, whatever it is, whatever you want to do, I think that consistency will always beat discipline and motivation. Because you have a limited amount of discipline, you have a limited amount of motivation. Because like you can't do stuff all day. You have to rest. But you don't have a limited amount of consistency. You know, you don't run out of consistency. So the best that you can do is just to keep going. It's just to stay consistent, do the same thing every day. Or just do, I don't know, 5 minutes or something every day, 10, 20 minutes. It's gonna make a huge difference, I have found, in my own life. And I really wanted to spread this message because I want to help people, you know, like originally this channel, I was just keeping this as like a journal of my thoughts, like a digital journal or whatever. But I thought it would be such a like wholesome thing to do, to just share with people my knowledge and my life experience so that maybe I can help them out. And that's what I want to do today. I want to talk about consistency and why it's such a good thing. But before we start with that, guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know where I'm going. In this boat, I'm looking for the magma ravine because that's what you use to create a nether portal, if you didn't know. But I imagine there are a lot of speedrunners watching this, so they probably do already know all of this. I'll try to add a bit more advanced commentary as we go on. But anyway, I want to talk about something that I've been consistent in, which is working out. I started with this a few months ago. I haven't really been keeping track, but what I do know is that I have been doing it every single weekday without fail. Apart from, I think I was like sick once and I took like 2 days off, but that doesn't count, you know? I mean, that was the right choice, I think. By the way, I've been very consistent, and I've only been doing it for like, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you would be surprised at the amount of progress that I've made. I can definitely see the difference compared to before, just like a skinny white boy before. Just imagine the stereotypical Minecraft speedrunner, if you can. No offense to Minecraft speedrunners, I have huge respect to, you know, like the top runners, the people that are way better than me. But like I've seen a huge difference compared to how I looked before. And I mean, this is only the start, right? Like I'm just gonna keep on improving from here, you know? I never thought that this would be like a kind of hobby for me. Like I always thought like, oh yeah, I'll do this just because it's healthy and whatever, it's good for me. And then I actually got consistent with it and I was like, this is actually kind of fun now. Like this is so weird. This is fun. Why is this fun? I'm doing something that's like objectively difficult, you know? So it's pretty weird, but now it's something that I really do enjoy, and I think that it gets a lot easier the more you do it. You know, it's one of those things. Over time, you just start to enjoy it more and more, and I really like that. You know, I really like the idea of that. And it's not just this that I have been consistent in recently. I do other things that are not lifting weights and playing video game. I started learning a language, I think it was like a month ago or 2 months ago. There's a whole story behind why I decided to. Maybe I'll make a separate video, maybe I won't. Maybe that's something that I don't need to tell everyone. But anyway, I started doing this, and I've never actually really seriously learned a language before. I mean, obviously in school, you know, you learn Spanish, or you learn like some other European language. That's the way it works in in Europe. But I never really enjoyed learning Spanish. I don't know. I didn't like the language. I didn't like the fact that there were loads of conjugations, and there was like the words changed depending on past, present, future tense, which is a thing in English as well. But I just didn't want to learn it a second time. And yeah, so I've been learning Chinese. And the thing about Chinese is that it does not have conjugations. It does not have past, present, and future tense. You just kind of have to know based on the context. It's like, if you were to say in English, if you were to say that I am going to do something versus I did something versus I'm doing something right now. In Chinese, you just say, tomorrow I do thing. Yesterday I do thing. Now I do thing. Like you don't need to change the sentence. You just need to know when you did it or whatever. Which I think is pretty funny, but also it's really, I really like the way that the language works. So it's been really fun just learning how it works. And yeah, the thing about that is that it's another thing that I only really practice for like 10 minutes a day, maybe 20 minutes maximum. And as of now, I've made quite a lot of progress. I know like at least 100 words at this point. I've memorized all the different symbols and whatever. There's a lot to talk about. I might make a separate video on this, but I don't want to keep this going for too long. The point is that I have made a lot of progress in this, and I have learned a lot about this only really, studying for 10 or 20 minutes a day. Sometimes 5 minutes a day, sometimes 15, sometimes 17. It doesn't really matter how long you do it for. By the way, I short circuit here because I didn't realize that I didn't have my glowstone crafted. So I just completely bug out for a few seconds. Anyway, it's still a pretty fast run, it's not too bad. Not only have I been learning new language, I've been doing a couple of other things. I've been learning how to play the piano, which has been really interesting. If you know of a game called Silksong, I've been trying to learn one of these songs from there. Again, these are all things that probably do deserve just an entirely different video if I feel like talking about them in more detail. But the point is that to do all of these things doesn't really take that much time out of your day, and it doesn't need to. Like I heard of this thing once. It was I don't know, a task will only take as much time as you allocate towards it, or something along those lines. And basically what it's saying is that if you give yourself an hour to do something, okay, versus you give yourself, I don't know, 20 minutes to do the exact same thing. If you give yourself an hour to do it, you're gonna get it done in an hour. But if you give yourself 20 minutes to do it, you're gonna get it done in 20 minutes, if that makes sense. By the way, my stronghold was actually a lot closer than I was expecting. I didn't give myself enough time to throw my pearl in the right direction, so I end up having to do all of this. So if you're a speedrunner, remember to get a good pearl hang, throw your pearl in the right direction and pay attention to how far the stronghold is, But yeah, if you tell yourself that you're going to do something for 5, 10, 20 minutes every day, you're not going to need much more time than that, at least when you start. And, of course, if you want to spend more time doing that thing, because after all, this is about hobbies, this is about things you're interested in, and all that, go ahead, there's no harm in doing that. I get really confused in this stronghold, and so I had to bring this up. I really can't figure this out. Choosing to keep going, choosing to stay consistent really doesn't take that much time out of your day. I mean, I'm recording this video right now. This is gonna take me maybe like an hour maximum. I mean, it really doesn't take that much time, and it's so good for me to do this because not only am I, of course, keeping this journal as I was talking about earlier, but I really like the idea of someone watching this video and then actually like getting inspired to, try something new, try something they've never tried before, and just keep going with it and just see where it takes them. I think that's a really good thing to do. And entering the end here, I go for something called a Zero Cycle. What is this? Yeah, this is back. So this is gonna be pretty easy, pretty small tower, so I'm able to build up here. And in terms of this channel, I really don't know. I've been thinking about this channel. I've been thinking about how I can just increase the quality of the videos I make on here. I don't know if I really want to edit them much more than I already am, just to keep the retention. I mean, I want people to be here because they like listening to me. They like listening to me yap about whatever. I tried adding music. That could work. I really am not sure. So leave your suggestions in the comments. And that is the end of the video. So see you next time.